Hey folks, real quick, I'm running a giveaway at the moment because we just broke 50 million views. There'll be more info at the end of the video, and you can find a link in the description below. Super Mario Maker 2 has been out for just over 2 months at this point, and millions of courses have been created from talented users all across the world. Myself not included. Yeah, I've been lacking in the course creation department, unfortunately, but that doesn't mean I haven't been dabbling and experimenting. I just haven't published anything myself yet. However, through all this tinkering that players have done, Super Mario Maker 2 has revealed quite a lot of unintended quote-unquote features. I'm sure you've seen a few pop up here and there in your recommendations, but today I want to talk about how one of these totally intended, and not a glitch, occurrences absolutely morphs the game around you. It wrecks the game. No, melts the game around you. This is the tale of how 3 random objects, when combined, break Super Mario Maker 2. Now, I'll be honest, when it comes to skill and ability within Super Mario Maker 2, and even technical understanding, I'm not the go-to guy for all the answers. For those who watch me over on Swanky Zone, I'm a professional instigator, but also a professional at dying. That's why I brought along Mayro for this video. Truth be told, I first experienced this occurrence on one of his streams not long after Super Mario Maker 2 had come out. I popped on randomly, saw him tinkering with some doors, and then something bizarre happened. The world around him changed, and things were definitely glitched out. But all he did was go through a door, get denied because the door was blocked, and return to where he was from. So what happened? It turns out Mayro was testing a level from another YouTuber named Icay. Icay tends to make a lot of glitch overview videos on their YouTube channel, and on this live stream I just happened to pop onto, Mayro was testing out a newly discovered glitch. The premise of the glitch is as follows.
First, a level needs to be designed so that the following situation takes place. We need to create 2 doors in the level, and then block off one of the doors with the muncher. This will still make the door usable, but it will deny Mario or Luigi when they try leaving through the second door, thus bringing them back to the first. Now, with this scenario in place, we need to be activating a power-up by touching it the moment we enter the door. So basically, on the same frame we collect it, we need to have pressed up to go through the door. We'll pass through the door, get denied by the muncher, and then appear back in front of the other door. At this moment, we need to immediately press up again and go through the door as quick as possible. If done correctly, we'll see our character get denied by the muncher, but upon moving back to the first door, we'll warp to the bottom left corner of the screen, and the world around us has changed.
For some reason, this series of actions causes the game to revert our level set to the grass theme. The look and feel of the level will change around you, but the music will still stay the same. Basically, the palette for the level was reset to default through the actions we outlined. The strange thing about this though is that any localized assets, as in things that only exist in certain tile sets, still retain their values. So, for example, castle layers typically have a layer of lava beneath them that kills a player if they touch it. This layer of lava still exists, despite us not being able to see it. It's merely transparent, but it still functions as lava. This is because there is no visual representation for lava on this particular tile set, as lava doesn't exist in levels set to this mode. Because nothing is present, the game loads in a transparent or blank visual for it. One thing that's important to note is that performing this theme swap glitch only works when you're playing the level for real. Trying to do this while in editor mode will crash the game and give you an error, so it can only be done during normal gameplay. After talking to Icay a bit more about this glitch, it turns out it was actually discovered by YouTuber Black60Dragon. So I decided to reach out and shoot them a message on Twitter. Black60Dragon is a Kaizo Mario Maker player, and had first encountered this glitch while building upon a different glitch. A glitch called the freeze glitch, or time freeze glitch. This exploit is built upon a similar situation as to the one we just covered. Mario enters a door at the moment he collects a power-up, which in turn delays the quote-unquote screen freeze. The screen freeze is that moment when things pause slightly in the game when you are transforming or taking damage. By going through a door, this frozen moment is delayed until the next screen, in which Mario has time to do some truly bizarre stuff. As you can see in Black60Dragon's video, there's a lot of game-breaking things that can take place during this instance. What's interesting is that going through another door while this is in effect will revert the level to ground theme, but in this instance, no Mario is present. The fundamentals of this glitch are what eventually led to the one we've been discussing so far, but on top of this, something similar was present in Mario Maker 1. except it wasn't capable of being reproduced. It involved loading a level and causing it to revert to an empty ground themed stage. The theory behind it was that the level was loaded on a faulty connection. Thus, the loading process began, but never received any data, thus presenting the player with an empty stage. So now that we have the fundamentals of this glitch established, it's time to go a bit deeper. This is really only the beginning, because something truly bizarre happens when this glitch is applied to a sub-area. The world absolutely melts.
In Super Mario Maker 2, the first area of a level always has a hard stop in terms of level height. Mario is capable of going to the top of the screen, but it's impossible to move past that point or change the scaling of the level to make it go any higher. However, when your level has a second area, you can set the second installment to be a vertical region, meaning the screen won't stop and Mario can continue to move upwards. This is why anytime you play a vertical level, people typically always have you go through a pipe first, as it spits you directly into the second part of the stage. You can change how tall you want the level to be with this type of setup. The backdrop will scale with it as well, so as Mario climbs up, the background will slowly scroll with it.
So now let's take that same glitch concept and set it up here. This part of the glitch was discovered by Icay when they were dabbling with the original one. First, we create a vertical level, dive through some blocked doors, and change the world around us to the grassy fields we know and love. But something is different this time around. If we try moving upwards and cause the background to scroll, well, the game hardcore glitches out. It looks just like those old Windows XP error screens where you can just smear everything around, turning your screen into a messy painting. Just take a look at this madness. This type of glitch is pretty common in a lot of games, and it typically has to do with when frames aren't refreshed. Instead of clearing previous frames out, things just continually stack. But why is this happening here? What has caused this area to no longer refresh? That may sound like a silly question, given how we literally glitched out the game, but I think there's a pretty good explanation. In terms of the scrolling height, the smeared effect isn't found until we pass beyond the normal boundaries of a horizontal level. Remember how we talked about maximum height in left to right stages? That's the dividing line for this effect. So my hypothesis is that when we force the game to reload the level sets as the default grass theme, we also force the game to set the background to the horizontally fitted background as well. The background that normally scrolls from left to right. However, we're loading the left to right background in a space that goes from bottom to top. There isn't any data for anything above this region while a horizontal level is active, yet we can go here because the switch happened during mid-gameplay. Since there's nothing there, the game doesn't know to clear out the area, and thus anything within this area isn't told to refresh. It just continually stacks. The parallax effect of the background that is normally layered pieces of sky is absent, and with no graphic in place, it's just an empty void up there. This combination of attributes causes the game to glitch out and smear, since it's missing components to how it normally runs. If at any point we decide to go to the bottom of the level again, we'll find that nothing down there is out of the ordinary in terms of smeared graphics. It's all only above the max height ceiling for side-scrolling levels. So with an angry plant, a set of doors, and a power-up, we can absolutely break the game and achieve quite a bizarre display. Technically, someone could use this same setup to force a character to load to the bottom left part of the screen too, which would be a super bizarre level mechanic, as anyone who didn't know the trick wouldn't know how to get down there. Think of how a level could have an inaccessible tunnel that you would need to perform this glitch on to move on. Mind you, Nintendo would for sure just nuke the level, but it is interesting to think about. With that said, have you experienced any bizarre glitches yourself in the game? Let me know in the comments below. And a huge shout out to Mayro for helping out with this video as well. Mayro produces a lot of interesting Mario content, from difficult challenges to super cool hacks and mod showcases. Definitely give his channel a whirl when you have the time. Icay and Black60Dragon are always hunting for new glitches and exploits too, so if that's your thing, I definitely recommend them as well. So about a week ago, this happened. The channel broke 50 million views across the board. I'm blown away, honestly. I started this YouTube thing back in 2015 for my final time, and I never thought it would get here. I never thought I'd be looking at a number like this. 50 million times have people chose to watch my videos, have clicked on my videos and thought that they were, worth checking out. That's incredible to me, and really it has changed my life. All of you have changed my life. As a way to celebrate, I'm doing a giveaway for some Nintendo eShop cards. A grand winner of $50 and 3 additional winners for $20 each. To enter, you just go to the description below and you'll find a link down there. Once you're there, just choose a way to enter and you're all set. I'll be reaching out in 3 weeks once the winners are drawn, so be sure to check your emails. And once again, thank you. Honestly, I wouldn't be here making videos at all if it weren't for all of you. You guys changed my life, and I'll always be grateful for that. And with that, thanks for watching, guys and gals, and until my next video, cheers.